and welcome to Crime Through Time, snapshots of crime history. On the night of the 12th of October 1947, the residents of the Welsh mining village of Wattstown were enjoying their night at the Butcher's Arms. Around 9 p.m, 3 young men passed PC Stephen Henton, who was concluding his evening patrols. As with most small villages, everyone knows everyone and their business, so PC Henton found it strange that the group of young men were missing a member as they made their way to the dance in Porth. Around 11:20 p.m, the nighttime peace was shattered as Mary Morris let out a high-pitched scream. She had discovered a body laying face down on the wet road. It was her 76-year-old neighbour, Rachel Allen. She was just yards from her one-room corner cottage on Hillside Terrace. She had her door key in her hand. A snuff box lay next to her. PC Henson attended the scene. His first assessment, Rachel had been kicked or clubbed to death. Her face had been punched and stamped on. The outline of a blood-covered hand was discovered on the victim's door. Despite the late hour, a murder investigation was launched immediately. All officers from the Glamorgan County Constabulary were roused from their beds and sent out into the collieries and hills that surrounded Wattstown to search for clues and, in particular, a murder weapon. Detectives began taking statements off the villagers. Chief Constable Joseph Jones reached out to Scotland Yard for assistance, and a team of experts were sent to assist, including Detective Superintendent John Chapstick, known as Charlie of the Yard. I think that's a play on Charlie Chaplin. An incident room was set up in the library of Wattstown's Workmen's Institute. Charlie knew exactly where to start. As he took off his signature bowler hat, he said, quote, "Bring me the local man." PC Henton handed him a piece of paper, on it written 2 names he believed were the best suspects. One man had had a public quarrel with Rachel a couple of months earlier. The other, Evan Haydn Evans, the young man missing from the group of friends on their way to the dance in Porth. Witnesses from the pub confirmed a row had taken place between a short man and Rachel. She had even threatened him with police. The man was wearing a brown suit that he had been very proud of. It was new today. Rachel was a bit of a local character, affectionately referred to as Catwoman, because she would adopt all the stray cats she found, and at the time of her death she had 9 in her care. She supplemented her small pension by taking in washing. Even so, she lived a frugal life. Her cottage contained only a bed, 2 chairs and a table. She had enjoyed an evening singing and drinking in the pub, then wrapped herself in a thick shawl and headed into the cold night, stopping at the shop to buy a tin of snuff on her way home. Evan was questioned at his family home by Charlie of the Yard and Detective Sergeant John Stoneman from Pontypridd. He answered the door wearing a blue suit. When questioned about the suits, Evan stated the blue suit was the only suit he owned. When he was asked to accompany the officers to the station for questioning, his mother passed him a freshly polished pair of black shoes. He loudly insisted he would wear his brown ones instead. This reaction prompted the police to collect the shoes for forensic examination. Evan denied everything, and he was allowed to return home. But something was niggling Charlie, particularly the brown suit. He decided to make a second visit to the Evans home. Throughout their conversation, Evan's eyes were darting to the family's sofa in the lounge. It was made from an artificial leather which was attached to the framework with bright, obviously new, nails. "Open up that thing," ordered Charlie. As the constables prized open the sofa, what would fall out? A new brown suit, splattered with blood. Evan Evans gave a formal confession that he had attacked and killed Rachel, blaming his alcohol consumption. He was walking home after consuming 10 pints in the pub that evening, when he ran into Rachel, who was calling her cats in for the evening. "She called me a pig," Evans said. "I had my temper then and hit her through the door. She fell on the floor. I picked her up, and I hit her a few times with my right fist. She fell on the floor and I kicked her about 4 times. I lit a match, and she was all bleeding." The black shoes confirmed his guilt. Small pieces of bone were found embedded in them. They were from Rachel's skull. He was tried at Cardiff Assizes in front of Mr. Justice Byrne. His defence asked for him to be found guilty of manslaughter, but the jury disagreed, and he was convicted of murder. Evan Haydn Evans, just 22 years old, was hanged at Cardiff Prison on the 3rd of February 1948. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you think of this case in the comments below, and I look forward to welcoming you in the next one.